Hello and welcome. So today what I'm going to be doing is doing a small little course of damp proof treatment to a small section of wall. I'll just go around so you can see what we're looking at. So here you can see this is a classic rising damp situation, and it's actually got little salt crystals coming through, and the basic way of testing it is to actually taste the salt on your finger. And you can actually taste the salt coming through, because what happens is the water gets drawn up through the ground and then it comes out through the walls, and it deposits the little salt crystals that we can see. It also blows the plaster. As you can see, the plaster is not in such great condition. So I'm just going to be doing a small section from the fridge to there, and I'm just going to sort of show you what I'm doing. We're going to be using a liquid DPC damp proof course, and what that does is the liquid gets injected and then it sinks down and creates a barrier, and that barrier stops the moisture from coming up from the ground, because the ground quite round here is very wet. There are drainage issues outside as well, but this damp proof coursing might never have been there, so you know, because this is a very old property. This is like 1920s, so it might not have a damp proof course, or what's left is severely perished, and that's why the customers had this bit replastered and hacked off and replastered, and it's just come back again and again. And I'm just going to do a fix that should have been done in the first place. But knowledge is power. Not everybody is as knowledgeable as myself. I've got a lot of skin in the game. Approaching 50 years old, been doing this a long time, and it's a passion of mine. And I think when you have a job that's a passion, it definitely makes a massive difference. So yeah, so let's crack on. Let's get these holes drilled and filled, and I'll show you the rest of how it all goes down. Cool. So what we've got is we've got our drill, and we've got a 12mm drill bit on the end, and the space between here and here is 100mm or 10 centimeters, and that's because the thickness of this wall is 115mm. And the height from the hole to the floor is at about 100mm, with spacings of 12 centimeters or 120mm. And that's it, nice and easy. So drill a hole, put the cream in, and then I use these bungs to hold it in place. That stays like that for about 3 months, and then the next time I come back to the property, I can remove the bungs and then fill and skim the wall, and obviously the plaster next time won't come away like it is now, because as you can see it's just flaking in places. So as I need 2 hands to operate this drill safely. Obviously the other thing is safety equipment. This chemical is not good for you, so I'm going to be wearing very thick rubber gloves. I don't have them on me, they're in the van, and I'm also going to be wearing eye protection, because I don't want any of it to go in my eyes, because why would you? It's going to make you blind or worse. And these chemicals, you don't want them on your skin because they're very reactive. So other questions you might have is why is it 10 centimeters above the actual course? And that's a good question, because what happens is the cream goes into the hole, it stays there, and then it slowly penetrates down over a very long time. It takes about 3 months to penetrate down, and you imagine sort of at a 45-degree angle it goes out and across. So 10 centimeters below that is where it's going to create that really good seal to stop water from penetrating up through the wall. The other important thing obviously is to scan the walls, make sure you don't have any gas or electric or any other services running through these walls at that particular height. And yeah, but always get a professional to do this job. don't do this yourself. Get someone like myself to do it. I charge about £30 per metre of wall to do this, and yeah, it's great value for money. It's gonna sort of help your house stay damp free in the winter, because moisture gets in at different levels. So this property is really suffering badly from damp, and I'm working with the landlord to fix that. And it's amazing, sort of like how I can see myself how the living conditions for the tenant have just gone skyrocketing. The tenant's like loving the fact that, you know, they're saving money on their heating bill because I've insulated the roof. They're saving money because, you know, the doors and windows shut properly. And, you know, it's better quality of life for the tenant. The landlords are happy because the tenants are happy, because it's a cycle, you know, just like the policy that I have, which is rich. So if you want to make money, be like a billionaire, be super rich like Jeff Bezos. He lives by this policy, but he doesn't even realize he does. It's rich. It's realizing I create happiness, and being of service to others. And that's the way that you become super rich. That's the way that you become the next millionaire, is simply by realizing that having a happy customer is the end goal. And that's my goal. That's why I go out every day. I have happy customers, and then the byproduct of that is money. So I don't actually work for money. I work for happy customers. You can see that on my feedback. You can see that with what I do on social media and places like this. So yeah, if you have any questions, or if you live in Swindon and you want a quote for any kind of particular jobs like this, I do a very sort of wide range of different skills, and I'm always very busy, which is like a good thing and a bad thing. I'm always booked up about 3 months ahead. So definitely book early to avoid disappointment. The online booking system is the best way to book me. I don't come out and do quotes. Very, very rarely do I do that, because it's just so manic, and I value my time. I work a very structured time, and I don't work outside of that time, although I do message customers outside of that time. But I'm hoping with the development of my AI chatbot, which is the next level that I'm aiming for, once I've ironed out the creases, because AIs suffer from hallucination, they also suffer from lying, which is not good. And I think once we've ironed out that, I can use an AI chatbot in order to communicate with customers and to automate as much of the process as possible. So that's my long-term aim. I've built an AI chatbot on my local server, and he's doing well so far, although I am sort of like testing him out, and I'll keep you guys updated. So if you're interested in like seeing more about that, or if you're a local business and you want to have an AI chatbot similar to myself, I generally build them for about £9,000, because there's a lot of maintenance that goes with them as well. So there'd be like a monthly amount that I would need to obviously contribute my time to maintain and upkeep that. So I'm doing quite a lot for a little handyman, but I hope you learned something from this video. And if you have, please leave a like, leave a little subscribe. I'm trying to build this little channel, and spread the love. If you can be anything in life, be kind, stay beautiful.